Many men wish death upon me. B Rob, appreciate your service, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Salute. B Rob to the 49ers, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shocked? Not me, not me. But this the real story, man. The real story isn't about the trade. It's not about what we lost. It's about what we gained, man. All right? Think about it. Adam Peters sent a clear message to the roster and more importantly to us as fans, right? That the roster is his now. Remember that pregnant pause he gave when he had his introductory press conference and asked about the roster? Yeah, now the roster's his. In the running back room, it's gonna be more dangerous without B-Rob. We talking about versatility, explosiveness, being game changers. Man, let's talk about it, man. Yup. B-Rob gone. He gone. But look, let's look at what's still here, right? You got Austin Ekeler, the ultimate scat back. Okay, he can catch out the backfield, as we all know. He's reliable in the back. He's reliable as a runner, right? When he gets limited touches, you can make sure you want to keep that carry to fumble ratio down, right? Because you know it's pretty high for him. And then he also can line up wide. You know what I'm saying? Make linebackers look silly in space, right? Then you got Jacory Croskey-Merritt. I got Bill. Okay, he is the 7th round gem that's looking like he's going to take the league by storm, man. He might be getting good rookie of the year type odds, you know what I'm saying, based off of the popularity of the team, you know? So that move opened up a clear path for him to really take on some of that RB1, share those RB1 duties with this guy right here, Chris Rodriguez. Now with Chris, power runner, give you that downhill style. He's really similar to B-Rob from a draft prospect profile, if you will. But he slimmed down this offseason. He's gotten better in pass pro. And the coach has been raving about the guy. So, and again, like we be saying, if the coaches is calling your name out, saying it in a positive light, you doing something right, man. You standing up and you standing out, right? But we can't forget about McNichols, right? He might not be, you know what I'm saying, our favorite running back, but he definitely steps up in the clutch, man. All right, we all remember that block against the Cincinnati Bengals that let JD get that pass off. Again, McNichols serves more than one purpose on his roster. He can be a serviceable running back with sparing carries, as well as like all these other running backs. They all special teams demons. They all work on special teams, man. So versatility is key, and versatility is everywhere, up and down our roster, but more specifically our running back room, which Adam Peters has been reshaping, man. So instead of one bell cow, right? Dan Quinn, Adam Peters. Now we got a room full of backs who can all do a little bit of everything, but each in their own very explosive way, man. Okay? Very explosive way. And let's not overlook the GM here. Let's not overlook AP, man, the chef himself. He's made 2 trades this offseason, right? With the San Francisco 49ers. Talk about home cooking, right? First Deebo to us, now Brian Robinson to them, right? That's him using that network that he's built out, man. He keep opening doors. You get opportunities to get deals that you might not have necessarily got. Like we might have been on our way to releasing B-Rob, and he convinced them to give us a 6th-round pick. You know what I'm saying, to get ahead of the list of teams that might be ahead of them to pick them up off waivers and things of that nature. So, yeah, connections work, man. Connections are king, right? Because past regimes, we wouldn't have had that type of connection. We'd probably just had to release B-Rob and get nothing for him, right? But at least we get something. We get a 6th-round pick, right? It's not a lot, but hey, 6th-round pick this year turning to Kane Madrano, and we really excited about what he might bring to the table. So there we go. Looking forward to that. Peters is building this roster with precision, man. It's surgical, and he's very, very intentional, okay? So unfortunately, we got to go back to the past just a little bit. Let's be real. This trade kind of highlights and kind of further drive down the point of how bad it's been here. This list right here, these 10 players, that's what's left from our drafts prior to 2024. This it, right? You don't see it's one 1st-round pick on there. You got 2 2nd-rounders. Man, you know what I'm saying? You barely got listen, man, ain't no first rounders on here besides Deron Payne. Okay, that's important. That's crazy. Like you talk about building a roster and being able to like survive the onslaught of games that we're gonna have against these divisional opponents as well as this harder schedule that we have. And you look at this and you like, but bro, when do we have any? Where's the depth? Where does the depth from 2018, 2019, 2021? Where are the contributors? They're not there. They're gone. Some of them are out the league, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Adam Peters came through, man. Dan Quinn and them, Josh Harris, man, y'all came right on time, man. Y'all was right on time, man. And as you look at this list, I mean, the good thing to know is you parse through it. A lot of these guys are major contributors on our team, right? Deron Payne, Terry McLaurin, Sam Cosmi, Quan Martin. And then you start to get to Percy Butler, Chris Rodriguez, who we just was shouting out. Like, we really got nothing from the majority of our draft class, but we did get these guys that have been, being contributors. Most of them are high level contributors, and some of them are back of the end roster contributors like Cole Turner, who probably won't be on this roster much longer himself. We will have a 53-man preview on Sunday, right? So, listen, Ron Rivera and his staff, they didn't do us no favors. They didn't do us no favors, man. Jay Gruden was way better than Ron Rivera, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But Adam Peters has purged this roster, man, one by one. He's been moving on. And not because all these players are bad, because Brian Robinson is a good player, right? He's a good running back. He's going to do well in San Francisco, spelling Christian McCaffrey. Now, not saying what he did was correct as far as trading Brian Robinson, because that's to be seen. We'll see how much we miss him or don't miss him once the season actually gets started. But the identity that we want as a team, they creating it, man. They making sure that it's loud and clear about what they're trying to accomplish, right? That identity is to be versatile, explosive, and to have toughness, right? Now, B-Rob had that toughness aspect, but then you could kind of question that because he was always nicked up, right? But the versatility, that speaks directly to being able to contribute in more than just being a runner out of the backfield, right? That's being able to catch the ball out the backfield. That's able to block for other people to have the ball. That's as well as special teams, one of the most important components of a three-phase football team, right? Like you need your special teams to be just as aggressive as your defense. Like Dan Quinn always says, the special teams it takes on the personality of how you want your team to be, right? And if you got your running backs out there going out smacking Bamas, and then, they get the ball and they get to smack Bamas again, yeah, man, that's what you want. That is what you want. But what does this mean moving forward, right? It means we're going to see Austin Ekeler in his more natural role, right? Swiss Army knife, similar to what he did last year. I don't think too much is going to change, but he's definitely going to be a Swiss Army knife, but not 20 carries a game. You ain't got to worry about that because that boy will fumble the ball away, right? But he will get high leverage touches in space, and always he's a threat in the air, right? So anytime we getting a chance to pass the ball to Austin Ekeler, man, it's a dangerous situation for teams, right? With Bill, oh man, it's the sky's the limit for him. Like I'm thinking about week 3, week 4, he's a starting running back. Like he's RB1 on the depth chart, right? Dan Quinn, they're going to make him earn it. I know you guys might have seen the Jacory Croskey-Merritt, the Bill interview he did with On the Fence podcast. Shout them boys out. And he said it. Cliff Kingsbury, tough. You got to be perfect. So just knowing that, you know that he's going to have to earn his stripes, right? He's going to have to earn his stripes through practice once the 53 gets trimmed down, and he's going to have to make sure he's got to show it in the game as well. So they're going to probably start off with Chris Rodriguez, just like they did in the preseason game. I don't think that was by fluke. He's the senior back between the two of them. As you can see, he was drafted in 23, 6th round. So, I mean, he obviously was talented enough to get drafted at that time. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what Chris Rodriguez is going to bring to the table, right? Then we get to see what Bill gets to bring to the table. Now, I really feel like with Jeremy McNichols, he's going to play the similar role he played last year, right? Come in from time to time, pass block, spell running backs on carries and things of that nature. So, yeah, we'll have a 4-back, committee, if you will. Again, primarily because of the versatility, because all of them play specials. And with all that balance, that's how you actually survive like a 17-game season plus, right? Because we looking to go beyond 17 games. So it's very important to remember that. And the running backs role is very difficult, man. And then we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the guys that are probably gonna make it to practice squad. Your what's his D Felton or whatever his name is, and Casimir Allen, right? To be seen. I don't think they're gonna make the 53, but it's nothing to get called up for something, right? Kaz Allen, they've been trying to get Kaz Allen in this roster for a long time, right? Does Kaz Allen beat out Jeremy McNichols for that special team spot? I don't know. It would be honestly, it'd be nice to see, nice youth movement, but we will see. So so we're gonna flip that whole narrative, right? We're not talking about losing B Rob. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about the identity that we're gaining in our backfield with Bill, with Chris Rodriguez, right? With the Austin Ekeler, the Jeremy McNichols, a supplement. So it's now about opportunity for these guys. And let's see them take the advantage of that opportunity. Now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think is best poised to be RB1 consistently throughout the year? Do you think it's going to be a carousel of running back ones? Or do you feel like it's just going to be a running back by committee in general? It doesn't matter who start, whoever has the hot hand throughout the game is going to get it. I'm really curious to know. Let's run it up in the comment section. Much appreciated. Remember, those supers are active now. So anything you want to help with the channel out with, much appreciated. My guys and my girls, much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? The squad, I appreciate you. Gerard B TV. Hey, Burgundy and Gold, we never fold, baby. And we out.